Hello, and welcome back to another episode of PCOS and Prosecco, where we get real about PCOS health and wellness. I'm your host, Tiana, a master's repair registered nurse and your go to PCOS hormone coach. Today, we're diving into a topic that's close to my heart, and I'm sure yours too. We're talking about how PCOS can sometimes play tricks on us and masquerade as other illnesses like hypothyroidism, endometriosis, and IBS. Let's uncover these hidden faces of PCOS and learn how to navigate this complex journey together. All right, ladies, let's start with hypothyroidism. Your thyroid is a tiny but mighty gland that controls your metabolism. When it's underactive, we call this hypothyroidism. You might feel tired all the time, gain weight without changing your diet, and even lose hair. Does this sound familiar? Yes, these are all also classic PCOS symptoms. And here's the thing, PCOS and hypothyroidism often go hand in hand. People with PCOS are more likely to have thyroid issues and the symptoms that can overlap, making it tricky to pinpoint the root cause. I remember one of my clients, let's call her Jane, she was struggling with fatigue, unexplained weight gain, despite following a strict diet and exercise regimen. She just felt so defeated and confused when it came to managing her health. After a thorough examination, we discovered that her thyroid gland was actually the culprit. We ran full Dutch hormone testing in my program to track all of her hormones, and we identified that she was actually struggling with a hypoactive, extremely sluggish thyroid. So our focus began to shift from just focusing on her PCOS to now addressing her PCOS and hypothyroidism. And this really began to turn things around for her. Okay. She started to regain her energy, her weight stabilized, and she began to feel like herself again. So if you're dragging yourself through the day, nothing seems to be helping. You were doing everything that the PCOS girlies think and say that you need to be doing, and you still can't get any results, it might be worth to check out your thyroid because it is all connected at the end. Also, additionally, sometimes I have seen the exact opposite occur. I have seen women who have thought that they had hypothyroidism. They have thought that they have issues with their thyroid when it is actually their PCOS hormones that are in balance and are actually causing the thyroid to become sluggish. And the problem with these women is that once women are put on thyroid medication, they're usually on thyroid medication for the rest of their lives. So if you're a woman with undiagnosed PCOS and you have it mistakenly diagnosed as a hypothyroid issue, you will be on thyroid medication your whole life. Means you will never have an opportunity to discover that it's not even your thyroid, it's really PCOS. So we really have to be careful about how these things can masquerade as one or the other. It really requires a specialized and really trained PCOS professional to be able to identify the difference. Next up, let's talk about another favorite that people always ask me about, whether it's on TikTok, whether it's on Instagram. This next one always comes up, okay? We're talking about endometriosis. This condition occurs when the tissue that normally lines the inside of your uterus starts growing outside of it. It is as painful as it sounds, okay, girl? Think cramping, heavy periods, and pelvic pain are the main characters here. But guess what? These symptoms often get mixed up with PCOS. I've had so many women come to me thinking that their severe cramping, heavy periods were just part of their PCOS. But after digging deeper, looking into their reports that they bring in to me from their doctors, some of them discovered that they had endometriosis too. Treating it meant addressing both issues together. Here's an aha moment for you. If your periods are more than just a nuisance, if it's causing you to miss work or social events, it's time to dig deeper. Normal periods are not normal. Guys, it's going to be another podcast episode altogether. Okay? Heavy bleeding and severe cramps aren't something you should just quote unquote put up with. They might be signs of endometriosis, and getting the right diagnosis so that you can get the right kind of treatment and the right kind of support, That can be life changing. Now let's talk about IBS, okay? This one's not like such a crowd favorite, okay? But there are so many women struggling with IBS, or AKA irritable bowel syndrome. We're talking bloating, abdominal pain, irregular bowel movement. Sound familiar again? These digestive woes can be mistaken for PCOS symptoms because, let's face it, our hormones love to mess with our digestive tract. I had a client who was constantly battling with bloating and stomach pain. She thought it was just an annoying symptom of PCOS, but after experimenting with her diet and keeping a food diary, we noticed that certain foods were triggering her symptoms more than others. It wasn't just PCOS, okay? It was IBS too. By addressing both, my client was finally able to feel like a human again. Imagine this: you're in an important meeting, and then suddenly your stomach starts doing somersaults. Your stomach starts bubbling up. You feel bloated and uncomfortable, and it's hard to focus. This was my client's reality before we figured out that IBS was the missing piece of the puzzle. Now she can confidently go about her day without worrying about a surprise bubble gut attack from her digestive system. This is why I say time and time again, what's not measured is not managed. This is why it's so important in my program that we have a daily food diary. And my client is able to quickly, within 1 or 2 seconds, snap a picture of the food that they're eating and upload it into the private PCOS app. This way, at any point in time, we're able to go back, pinpoint the foods that you eat, pinpoint the symptoms that you're experiencing, and see if what you're eating is causing the symptoms that you are experiencing, right? Not everyone has time to go keto, dairy free, gluten free, paleo, or any of those other really restrictive diets. Sometimes you just got to get clear on exactly what you're eating and seeing how exactly out of what you're eating, how that's affecting you, and how you can make changes to exactly what you're eating. It doesn't have to always be all or nothing. And that's where a lot of women get caught up too in trying to reverse and manage their PCOS symptoms. You guys are making Mount Everest out of what needs to be just a tiny little speed bump. Now let's get into the heart of the matter. This is connecting the diggity dots, okay? Here's the thing about PCOS. It's a master of disguise. It is a master of disguise like your ex-boyfriend. You know the one that I'm talking about, girl. The hormonal imbalances caused by PCOS can present as a variety of other health issues, leading to misdiagnoses and a potential lifetime of unnecessary medications. Like my client Ariel said the other day, ain't nobody got time to be slinging around a bag of pills with them for the rest of their lives. Okay, shout out to my client. All right, hormonal imbalances in PCOS can wreak havoc on your body, affecting everything from your metabolism to your menstrual cycle and even your mental health. These imbalances can mimic conditions like hypothyroidism, where you feel perpetually exhausted and struggle with weight gain, or endometriosis, where the weight and heavy periods can overshadow the actual root cause. Then there's IBS, where digestive issues can be mistaken for diet related problems rather than a hormone imbalance. Now imagine going to multiple doctors, each diagnosing you with a different condition, prescribing medications for each. Before you know it, you're on a cocktail of medications, treating symptoms, but never getting to the root cause. This is the trap for so many women with PCOS. They're handed a new diagnosis at every single visit, but at their core issue, PCOS remains unaddressed. It is crucial to understand that PCOS isn't just about irregular periods or difficulty losing weight. It's a complex hormonal disorder that can impact various systems in the body. That's why it's so important to work with a PCOS professional such as myself, who not only understands PCOS and can help you see the bigger picture, but who has a track record of working with hundreds of women over the past few years to help them naturally reverse their PCOS symptoms and keep those symptoms at bay permanently. This is where the Healthy PCOS Protocol comes in. It's designed to address PCOS symptoms at its root, tackling the hormonal imbalances that cause these symptoms. By focusing on diet, lifestyle changes, targeted supplements, we can manage PCOS holistically. This means fewer misdiagnoses, fewer unnecessary medications, and more effective long term results. Remember, lovely, you are the CEO of your own health. And if something feels off, you need to start trusting your instincts and start seeking answers. It's easy to get lost in the maze of symptoms, but with the right guidance, you can navigate through it. Taking charge of your health means being proactive. Keep a journal of your symptoms, track what works and what doesn't work, and don't hesitate to ask a PCOS professional or to seek out assistance for a more thorough evaluation. My program provides full Dutch hormone testing, over 36 different lab tests, so that we understand exactly what's going on with your metabolism, your thyroid, and all of your PCOS hormones. The Healthy PCOS Protocol is here to help you do just that. It's more than just managing symptoms. It's about empowering you to take control of your health, understand your body, and live your best life, girl. If you're ready to finally take control and start feeling like your vibrant self again, let's do this together. Join the Healthy PCOS Protocol, where we tackle these mysteries head on and we create a plan that works uniquely for you, because you deserve to feel amazing every single day. Thank you for tuning into this episode of PCOS and Prosecco. I hope you found this deep dive into these hidden faces of PCOS helpful and enlightening. If you have any questions or want to share your story, drop me a message or contact me on social media. We're in this together, sis. Until next time, stay well and take care of yourself.